Okay, hello everybody. Today we are here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are in the Cessna 152, and today we have a 22 nautical mile flight from Papa Delta X-Ray, Portland International, to Whiskey Alpha 79er, Walter Sutton's private strip. Portland International is an excellent payware scenery from Flightbeam Studios. I have it for X-Plane, and similar to Orbix, Flightbeam Studios gives you a discount if you already own it. I've done this flight before to Walter Sutton's in X-Plane. However, Walter Sutton's does not exist in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's just a grassed strip, it's private, and it's not in their database, but that is not going to stop us. We know where it is, and I'm pretty sure with a little bit of elbow grease we can figure out how to navigate there and visually find the airport and land on it. So that is what we'll be doing for this flight. Let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. Portland is a fantastic upgrade versus the default scenery. The modeling is fantastic. The airport, all of the buildings around the airport just looks great. Great textures on the runways here. I really love flying out of this airport in X-Plane, and I was very happy to see that it was available from Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Okay, we'll cover the flight brief as we are going through the checklist. So we will be departing from Portland and heading to Battleground, which is a VOR just to the north of Portland. So on departure, we're going to intercept the 340 radial to Battleground, and then once we overfly the Battleground VOR, we're going to turn to 012 and follow the 012 radial from Battleground. That should take us directly to Walter Sutton's. Walter Sutton's is a grass strip, and there's a farm attached to it, so I'm expecting that we might be able to see it. There's pretty good ortho photos here with Bing photos in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and even though it's not modeled, I still think we're going to be able to see that patch of grass that makes the runway that goes in front of it. And if we can't, then I still have a pretty good idea where I'm going, so we will visually find something that looks like Walter Sutton's and land on their lawn. And that's all there is to it. You know, when I started flying on X-Plane, I was used to chasing the magenta line on the GPS. But the more I flew, the more I enjoyed manually navigating, and then as the scenery got better, with things like Orbix True Earth for X-Plane and now Microsoft Flight Simulator, I enjoy flying like a VFR pilot and actually looking around to figure out where I'm going, use some nav aids where necessary, and fly planes like the Cessna 152 that are a slant alpha, which means there's no GPS on board. So you've got to know where you're going and have a plan to get there, and that's the type of flying I like to do. We will be streaming live ATCnet for KPDX in the background to give us some immersion from ATC. If I were connected online, I would be talking to clearance to get a squawk code and then ground to move. I've been watching VetSim, and sometimes VetSim does have KPDX controllers. They're just not on at the moment. So instead, we've got live ATCnet to keep us company. So here we'd switch over to tower and say Portland Tower, November 359 Golf Charlie, holding short, runway 28 right. And tower would say cleared for takeoff, runway 28 right, November 359 Golf Charlie, and they might give us a heading like fly heading 330. continue our climb out, get on heading, and sit back and enjoy some of that scenery. Alright, well that was pretty cool. That was a little bit of a crazy landing, so came in pretty high and a bit fast, and it was basically a dead stick landing, so I had power full out and full flaps on that, and still was wondering if I was going to stop before hitting the trees beyond the farm. But it all worked out. We are still alive, but it was cool just visually navigating here and trying to find the field once I got here, not quite knowing what I was going to expect. I have to admit, the Autogen house here actually I like better than the model airport. Sorry, Orbix, but you know, Orbix did a great job on the field for X-Plane overall, and I do hope that they make Walter Suttons for Microsoft Flight Sim, because it's a fun little airport to fly to. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to leave me a comment, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks as always for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.